What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. You guys are gonna wanna strap in on this one because we got a good one today. This is my third time doing this video because the first time that I wanted to do this video, I had some basis. Mainly just opinions, and a lot of my opinions were based on something that I saw on Instagram. I went back to go look for it. I couldn't find it. I put out a help me post on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, at Retro Hoop Breaks on Instagram. And the community, the hobby came to the rescue. So before I get started, shout out to Catch 'em All Collectibles on Instagram. His info's right here. And shout out to, I want to make sure I get these guys shouted out because they are the ones that made this possible. Liao.cards. I hope I'm saying that right. The 93 meme team, as it says in his bio. These two gentlemen helped out with what I'm going to go over with you guys on this video. Please go follow them. Please go follow them. They're TCG guys. Listen, it's not going to kill you. Go follow, please, because they help me out, and I really appreciate it. So here's what we're talking about today. If you have not seen, or if you just don't care, PSA recently changed their grading standards for their grading requirements for a PSA 10, which used to be that if you had a card that was 60-40 centering, that was acceptable according to their standards on their own website. Was acceptable for a PSA 10 classification as long as everything else on your card was flawless. Now, centering is one of the toughest things because we don't have any control over that, right? It's registration marks, all that good jazz. Manufacturing, printing, cutting. It's all kinds of things that can go wrong. But their standard was 60-40. It was on their website. And for years now, that's going to be key. That has been what people have used in order to submit their cards to PSA for grading. Because it's on their website. That's what you would do. You'd go to their website, you find out what the standards are, try to adhere to those standards as best you can, send in your cards. They recently changed that very quietly, very under the radar. There was no announcement. There was no bulletin. There was no tweet. There was no Instagram story or Instagram reel or nothing. There was no announcement. There was nothing. I mean, they literally announced the other day that they are making die-cut little plastic inserts for your car. But this got no attention. No attention, no media, no nothing. They recently changed it from 60-40 to 55-45. Now, that means that the card has to be more centered. They're giving less lenience, 5% less lenience on the centering, up, down, left, right. That means it has to be within 55% on to 45% left or right, 55%, 45% up or down. It used to be 60-40. It's now 45-55. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. There's plenty of people that covered it. Scotty B Cards did a great video on it. Go check him out. There's a bunch of folks that did this. This happened like a week ago or a week and a half ago. This is old news. What I saw that I went chasing down, and the reason why I'm doing this video for the third time is because I wanted to make sure that I had this piece of I don't want to call it evidence, but Exhibit A, right? I wanted to make sure I had that. I felt like a somewhat of a journalistic obligation to hunt down this piece of evidence that I saw, which is what led to my outrage and led me to make the first video without that piece of evidence. I kept referencing it, but I didn't have it. And then I made another video again where I was trying to kind of clean up the verbiage that I was using because I didn't have it. And then I was like, no, screw this. I just need to go find it. I found it thanks to those two folks that I mentioned earlier. So here it is. What are we talking about? We are talking about this piece of evidence right here. So this is allegedly, I have to say allegedly, not because I don't believe the two guys or anybody who brought this to my attention, or they didn't bring it to my attention. It showed up on my newsfeed. It's not that I don't believe this, guys. This is 2025. I mean, we can literally tell AI to make a video of Donald Trump and Joe Biden making out on a couch, and it'll look pretty realistic. But I'm not saying that this was doctored in any way. I'm not saying that anybody's lying. I'm just protecting myself by saying allegedly, and that's kind of what's going down here. This is a conversation allegedly between Nat Turner and a collector who reached out to Nat Turner on as soon as finding out about the grading standard changes. They said, "Hey Nat, was there a change in the standards for centering? Question mark. People have noticed that the verbiage for the PSA 10 standard has removed mentioning of the 60-40 on the front, because it used to say that on the front you can have a 60-40 and you still get a 10. Now it states not to exceed approximately 55-45% on the front." That was the question that was posed to Mr. Nat Turner. Mr. Nat Turner responds, no change in day-to-day. Just updated the language on the website. That's how we've been operating for a very long time now, so it needed updating. Okay, I'm starting to get pissed off here. All right, thank you. For clarification, is it still possible to receive a PSA 10 with a 60-40 centering on the front, or is that now considered too off-centered? Nat Turner responds, it is not possible. I'm paraphrasing the possible part. It is not. It hasn't been for years. It hasn't been for years, is what Nat Turner says. For years. Now, here's where I am upset, okay? Because this means that for a very long time, and 4 years, PSA has had a standard on their website published to its prospective customers that if you have a card that is 60-40 centering and everything else on it is flawless, you can get a PSA 10. You can get that prestigious double-digit grade on your card. That has been a lie, an absolute flat-out lie, according to the CEO of the company. Nat Turner, president and CEO, head man in charge of Collectors Universe, who is the umbrella corporation for PSA, has admitted openly, I don't know if he did it willingly or knowingly, he did it willingly, but not knowingly, that for years now, for a very long time, for years, regardless of what has been published on their website, you ain't getting no 10, buddy. You ain't getting a 10. I don't care what it says on my website. Take your 9. Get out of here. Scram, kid. You're bothering me. Now that really pisses me off. Here's the thing. Today is February 7th. If on February 8th you submit a card to PSA that has 59-41 centering and you think that you're going to get a 10, that is your fault, bucko. I need you to read the T's and C's, check the fine print, and understand what you're getting yourself into before you send a card to PSA. It's out there now. It's out there in the open. Everybody knows now what the standard is. 45-55 approximately. If you submit tomorrow under the guise of 60-40, that is your fault. Buyer beware. Take some responsibility. For those of you who submitted cards previous to this coming out of the 45-55, and your cards are sitting at PSA during this transition of qualifying for a PSA 10, if you sent your cards in with 48-52 centering, thinking that, man, I'm golden, I'm above the standard, and now you find out that you're not, well, I'm sorry, man, that sucks. That just sucks. The problem is that he says that that's been the case for years. For years it has been the case. And that's just, in my opinion, that is flat out false advertising. Absolutely false advertising. I don't know what to make of that. You know? I know what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is that PSA has gotten so big that the CEO and head man in charge of the umbrella corporation that is PSA, let's face it, it's all the same, right? Yeah, they got a couple of other little things here and there, little bullshit companies. But the fact of the matter is there's just a layer of protection between PSA and the liabilities of somebody else, right? There's an umbrella corporation there, right? You're going to, whatever. They've gotten so big that the CEO of the company is willing to come out and say, "Hey, man, for years we've been lying to you guys. sorry. You thought you were gonna get a 10 with a 60/40? Man, boy, the egg's on your face. Listen, we've been lying to you guys for years. It hasn't been the case for years. Like, Jesus, man, what did you guys think? You think we were gonna adhere to the standards that were published on our own website? Come on." This is Nat Turner going, "Come on, guys. Come on. Be serious. Did you really think that we were going to adhere to our own standards?" Listen, we've been speculating it for years. The basis of my content has been that PSA doesn't adhere to their own published standards. That's been the basis of my content. But here is Nat Turner just nonchalantly telling a random, not to call these guys random, respect to the collectors, telling a collector, "Hey, man, come on, dude. Give me your money. Shut up. Hey, shut up. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? You're not going to go anywhere. Shut up. Shut up. Give me your money. Give me your card. Give me your card and give me your money. And shut up. Take this 9. Where are you going to go? Huh? Where are you going to go? You're going to go to BGS? You're going to go to Beckett? Get out of here. You're not going to go to Beckett. You're not going to go to Beckett with the big chunky labels. Where are you going to go? CSG? Get the fuck out of here. You're not going. Come on, guys. Come on. Give me your money. Just shut up. This is crazy to me, man. It is crazy to me that this dude actually was like, "Nah, man, we ain't been doing that for years, buddy. What are you talking about? What? Adhering to our standards? Come on. What do you think? We're running an honest business over here?" If you can't make money on a PSA 9 from Raw, don't submit anymore. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. And if you're going to submit something, you better hope that something's got 50-50 centering. Otherwise, don't do it. Otherwise, don't do it. You know what? Here's the thing. They said that they've been doing this for years. What is this? What is this? This is not 45-55 centering. I mean, this card made such controversy when it came to shout out my man Kurt from Kurt's Card Care. You bums attacked my man about cleaning and prepping a card, and yet you got Nat Turner admitting that they're not even adhering to their own standards. Where's the outrage for that? Where is the outrage for that? Where is what's his name? Rahul. Where's he at? I forget his Instagram page. Where's my other guy? The Australian cat. Oh my God, that names are escaping me at the moment. But it's like, where's the outrage for PSA? Like, it's crazy, man. That got a 10 though. But they've been adhering to 45-55 centering for years now. I don't know what to say, folks. Please, let me know what you think in the comments. Even if it's, I want you to leave a comment as if you know for a fact that somebody from PSA is going to be reading the comments on this video. Because I'm gonna share the ever living crap out of this video. It's insane, man. It's insane. The balls on PSA. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to the balls on these guys, The balls on these guys. To put something out there like that, to admit something like that. Thank you guys for watching, as always. I don't know how I feel about this, because this is I've always speculated that this was the case, right? But now to see it like actually admitted and like with impunity, it's like, what? My entire my entire foundation has shifted in light of this new evidence. I appreciate you guys always watching. Please share this video on your Facebook groups, forums, whatever the case may be. I want as many people to see this as humanly possible. Humanly possible. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Leave me a comment, hit the like button. Love y'all. Peace.